Hey guys, today I have a review of my ESEE 4. I've bought and sold and traded more knives than I could probably count. Actually, I can count them. Uh, I've had a ton of knives. But my ESEE 4 has always stayed by me. I have had this knife for 6-7 months now, and that's a really long time for me, and I have used it a ton since then. This is actually my second one. My first one I broke while I was batoning through an old piece of cottonwood 4x4. Me and my dad and my brother were tearing apart a barn. For some reason, I thought it'd be a good idea to use a sledgehammer to baton through a piece of old cottonwood. It was a 4x4, and I was cross-cutting it, and I hit it just wrong, and it broke in half. And that was my fault, not the blades. That blade held up like crazy that day. I mean, I was ridiculous on it. It's pretty stupid. But it's a 1095 blade with micarta scales. The 1095 is some of the best steel you can get. It will hold an edge like you will not believe. The micarta does get pretty smooth after a couple months. It's kind of ridiculous. It's really smooth, but it just fits so well in the hand that I'm not too worried about it. 1095 is great. I cannot complain. It does rust a little bit if you sweat on it real bad and don't clean it off. Have a little bit of trouble with that, but I've sanded the blade with 2500 grit, and so it's pretty smooth. I haven't had too much trouble with it. I had Anthony sharpen it a couple days ago. It's just hair-popping sharp right now. It's freaking ridiculous. So I figure we'll get to it, and I'll dollar down pretty good in the review. I hope you enjoy. Alright guys, I reckon the first thing we're going to do is just cut up this old tree here. I already got started on it a little bit. I'm just going to baton down this tree to make good firewood, start a fire here in a little bit. I got a ridiculously large baton. I probably shouldn't be using something this big, but it works. Alright, here we go. As you can see, it just ate right through there. I'm sorry I got started a little too quick, but it'll eat right through it. Super smart, sharp, real clean cuts. I'll still take hair off my arm. All right, let's split up some wood. All right, guys. Now that I've got the wood split up, I'm gonna use my ESEE to cross cut this to put it in smaller pieces. I figure about, I don't know, 6 inches or so. All right, I got my ESEE. I got my big ass baton. Let's baton this sucker. Alright. I'll start by just putting the edge right directly here. First off, I'm going to see if I can cut it directly in half, which is ridiculous, and you're never supposed to do that with a fixed blade. You're supposed to cut at angles and chip away at it. I'm going to see if I can cross cut it directly in half. I'll show you this ESEE will kick ass in any situation, under any wood. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to move over to the other side, but look at that real quick. That is crazy. For a 4-inch fixed blade survival knife, that's pretty dang good. Alright, let's move her over here. Now we'll see if we can knock this side out. Got to place your cuts carefully. There we go. Oh, would you look at that? There's my cut right there. Look at how beautiful that is. That's just smooth. That's just a straight cut. Let's see the edge. Alright, let's do the test. Oh my gosh. That's taking hairs. I know that's not much, but most knives I don't think would handle that. ESEE 4, baby. I got a whole bunch of little twigs here. And those are what I'm going to put on the fire after I throw a spark. And then I've got my cedar bark here. It's a little more wet than I would like it to be. You can see it's kind of damp there. I'll probably get those bigger pieces out of there. I don't really need them. Alright, the first thing that you do, well at least that I do, this is how I start a fire, is you ball it up in your hands and you just make it as fibrous and just break it up as much as you can. You can see just by doing that it's gotten a lot more fine. That's good. It'll take a spark easier. Do it over here. It's a little damp though. I'm not looking real forward to that. Alright, that should be good now. Alright, what I use to start my fires always is I use my Leatherman rebar with my ghetto rigged ZT pocket clip that I just super glued on there. Works great, carry it around. I use the leather hole punch. I don't really have a use for it, and it's really high carbon steel, so it shoots a spark really easily. And then I use a plain Jane, plain simple flint rod. You can get like 20 of these on eBay for $5. I just buy them in bulk, and I have used like 2 in the last year. They take forever to go through. But here you go. Let's see if we can shoot a spark on there. This is for you guys out there, and I know you're out there, who are thinking, wow, that's a tiny little piece of wood. That isn't a big deal. Alright, well, this is some aged hickory. This is hard shit. I'd put this hardness about on the Rockwell scale with Emerson's blade steel. Ha ha ha. No, I'm just kidding. I love Emerson's. I'm kidding you guys. I'm going to split this sucker like it's nothing. So, this is not that big. I'm sure in the future I will have more reviews of me batoning really stupid crap, but this is what I got for now. So, watch this. Now you start on the sides. If I was going to really use this for firewood, you start on the sides to kind of give it a D shape there, and then with the D shape you got 2 edges. So with those edges you can really start batoning there. Here we go. Yeah, maybe that's not as hard as I thought it was, but still a little harder than Emerson steel. Alright guys, this has been my review of the ESEE4 here. Sorry, my camera glitched up for some reason, and you didn't get to see me start the fire. But I started with a couple strokes of the flint rod there, and had it going, and built it up a little bit, and really enjoyed that for a bit, before I got to the batoning part there at the end. Overall, it's held up just really great. You can see all the crap that I've gotten on the blade. If it'll focus, that'd be awesome. Well, you can see that it's just been really beaten. You can see that the scales do wiggle a little bit when you baton. You just have to remove them and tighten them down again. Not a big deal. Other than that, it's perfect. Still super sharp. You can see it taking my skin off there a little bit. But just super ridiculously sharp still. I'm just so amazed by this knife. I love it. This has been my review of the ESEE4. I really appreciate it. Stick around for more great reviews. The gun you saw in the background is my antique old 22 that was made in about 1936 and still just shoots absolutely great. I'll get a review of that up pretty soon here. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. Stick around for more.